Hey!
Yo!
We have two people watching.
What's up?
Hello! This
four
goes out to
eyeballs.
you too.
Hi, how are you?
I don't know who you are, but
We
try
made
chatting
it.
in the chat, see if I can see you.
It's probably one of them.
Or
It's probably
see
me.
your words.
It's probably
because
my
I
phone.
put a little widget in the corner and they should be able to chat. Anyways, Brock, if you're out there, we're working on getting you in here. And also, Junior Keaho, if you're out there, we're working on getting you on here too. But we just need enough space in here to comply with 6 feet of social distance techniques. It's funny when you grow up in the Matangi family, everything is a technique.
It's a technique.
You must pull into the body.
You are my friend by my friendship technique.
Today we're giving away some prizes, and they are one $10 Amazon card and one $25
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden.
Welcome to the Garden of Olives.
But the rule is, I need to get more people on. So if you want to win a prize, or if you want anybody to win a prize, share this feed, and then hopefully we'll get 10 people. But
Tell
we
all
got
your
right now
friends.
2 people.
Be like, hey friends, you should check out these two
chat.
handsome men.
Tell me who you are in the chat. Okay?
Check out these two handsome men. They talk about stuff.
Fatu, are you chatting again?
Yes, I is. One of
Did
them
it
is me.
show up?
One of those eyeballs is me that's
Hey,
watching.
one of those is me too.
Woo!
We're
It's
watching
just
ourselves.
us watching ourselves. Dude, this is like the epitome
epic.
of the millennial generation.
Yes, we are watching
Let me
ourselves.
pat myself on my back
Did you hit send
and
on
rub
your
it
chat?
really well. I did.
Oh, it didn't
I
show
said,
up.
hey, it's
My
me.
freaking widgets.
Where's my widgets? All you widgeries out there.
Anyways, we're talking about fear. So, a question to you, Fatu. When you came out of the hospital, what were some of the kinds of things that you had fears of?
I think the biggest fear for me when I came out of the hospital was my economical fear. I thought that I was going to lose my house and maybe my wife. I already lost my job, so I had a lot of fear of that. Sound good?
That was good.
Not good at the time.
So we often have fears of doing things. I had a fear of how I was going to provide for a family with no hands. I also had a fear that I had lost my identity through the loss of my hands. I felt like my hands was my identity. So those were some of my fears. And sometimes you have to conquer your fears. I mean, you should conquer your fears all the time. And sometimes it helps to challenge yourself, put yourself in challenging situations so that you have an opportunity to conquer your fear. So yesterday, Fatu and I went wakeboarding with our cousins. I want to show you some clips. So here we go. We'll show this one first. Fatu wakeboarding. And, there's some tough parts of wakeboarding for you, right?
Yeah. It's everything I do is I'm riding switch, so my opposite foot, the good foot that I ride with the snowboard is on the back when I ride on a wakeboard, so that's hard because I have less control, so I have to work on that to try to get it better. So that's part of it.
So what is riding switch? Tell them what it is.
So typically
No.
whenever you're on top of a board, there's a front and a back to the board. Riding switch is having your worst foot forward rather than your best foot forward. If you're right-handed, typically your left foot is forward. If you're left-handed, usually your right foot is forward. Sometimes they call it switch or goofy. It all just depends, but basically it's having your wrong foot forward. And that's how I have to ride. Because my left hand is on this side of my body, my left foot has to go forward, and I'm left-handed and my right foot should be forward. Therefore, I am riding switch, which sucks. But it's okay, because you can learn how to figure out that stuff, as long as you know the mechanics of a board.
Yeah, and I can imagine that would be difficult. When I ride switch on when I ride switch on my snowboard, super hard, crash all the time, and I'm scared of that. I have fears, and that's what we're talking about today. But the only way to conquer that fear is to challenge it. I have sorry for the bad camera angle. I can't even see my phone because the brightness of the sun. Yeah. But you can see you're with your your left foot forward, and it's kind of like riding with your left hand. If you were to try to write with your left hand and you were right-handed, that's what that is kind of like. Were there any fears for you when you started to do wakeboarding or snowboarding?
Of course, the biggest fear that you're gonna have whenever you start something new is that you're not gonna be able to do it. So that's probably the main fear. There's other fears of getting injured or whatever because you're not good at it and stuff like that. But the main fear is that you're actually not gonna be able to do it. So
it's interesting that you mentioned that, and it's funny because this new generation coming up is mostly, they say they don't want to take an L.
Yeah, I don't want to take an L, so I'm just gonna not do anything.
And then they don't want to do anything, and sometimes we can be like that too.
Weak sauce.
But we have to take those L's to learn how to excel in things. That's part of growing, right?
For sure.
I know when I first started snowboarding, it was not like, oh, I'm automatically good at it. I had to take a lot of L's. The mountain was beating the crap out of me.
Yeah, for sure.
I was getting sasad by the mountain.
Salapu.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times people think that they're supposed to be born a professional at whatever they're doing. So this generation has a tendency to be kind of soft in that well, I'm not good at this. I've been trying for 5 whole minutes, so I quit. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do this. So, hey, weak kids, you got to figure this crap out because we're going to be here a long time.
I think that they're strong in some things.
For sure.
Like, I went to a couple of protests, Black Lives protests, and all I saw was the younger generation. I didn't see the older generation.
That's pretty dope.
They have a knowledge of equality and providing everyone an equal opportunity, and that's what I like about them. But I don't like that they're afraid to take the L. I know Michael Jordan said, you're never going to make a shot you don't attempt, right?
For sure.
When I tried wakeboarding, I was afraid just because it was brand new to me. I had never done wakeboarding before my amputations, and so actually never ever got up on a wakeboard or water skis.
Yeah.
That's how you know I don't know what I'm talking about. It's because I don't even know what the name of it is. Those were foreign things for us.
I do not know.
Coming from the poor,
from the slums of Magna
Shaolin.
West Valley.
But I didn't know what is a water ski. What is that? I knew what it is, but I was like, what does it involve to get up on it? And I actually remember my uncle taking us out on a water ski, and I actually got up back then, but it wasn't like I just instantly remembered it. And then there's things that changed. You could see I lost my hands. How do I hold on to the rope? That's one of the fears. And I remember, if you watch, there's a YouTube video with me and my wakeboard adventures, you'll see that I lost one side of my prosthesis. My left side is sunk down in there in the Jordanelle Reservoir.
Yeah, thousands and thousands of dollars of prosthetics at the bottom of Jordanelle.
And
Some fishes swimming around with fake arms.
Shoot, I remember the day it happened. I was holding on, and then I fell off, and the boat kept going. Our captain was like, she wasn't, I don't know if she was paying full attention, but also the boat had a faulty thingamajigger that trigger that the gas wouldn't, you'd have to put it in reverse almost to get it to stop. And so she kept going, and my hands were still on the rope, and I was bouncing up and down in the water. And then I fell down, and the boat is dragging me, and I'm drinking the water. And then one side of my arms popped off, and so all the strain was on the left arm, and then it just ripped off of the what you call this, harness.
I do not know.
So, to be entered in the drawing, comment in the comments. So far, only my brother is entered.
There's one person watching.
There's got to be one
Me
person
and you
watching.
and somebody
Enter.
else.
You say something in.
You're an automatic winner. Write something in
Just
there,
write something
viewer.
in there. You can win this prize. Anyways.
By the way, the fear of God was in Sam's eyes when that happened. You could see it in his eyeballs as the prosthetics fell into the water. They sunk to the bottom because you didn't know if the water was making it on his face or if it was the tears in his eyes.
There was water building up in the bottom of my eyes, and I could see Fatu laughing in the back of the boat. He was laughing at me.
Oh, what
So,
a freak move.
I was like, oh man, it's funny, but it's not funny because, you know, it's gonna cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I was lucky enough that Hanger just provided it for me for free, a replacement, and I thank them for that. But go back and check out that video, it's pretty good. Anyways, back to the fear. The fears for me for wakeboarding. Wakeboarding, I can't hold on to the rope. What if I fail? Those may be some fears that you're thinking about.
Leanne Carr, I think you just won some kind of
Hey,
gift thing.
Leanne!
Thank you for
Yay!
commenting. You are our one faithful listener out of the billions and billions on the planet.
Yes, she says she has both hands
You're
up,
awesome.
waving at us. Fatu doesn't know Leanne, but Leanne is a bilateral amputee. I think she's a quad amputee.
Sweet.
And she's in California, I think Fresno.
Awesome.
Good job commenting. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you watching. Anyways, we have a lot of fears. So sometimes at the very beginning, my fear was going out into the public, and then I need to go to the bathroom. And then I was like, hell no, I beep beep. I forgot. I can't swear. That was a foul. Flag. Okay. I was like, heck no, I'm not going out in the public and then getting stuck somewhere and having to ask somebody if they're going to wipe my butt, if they can help me wipe my butt.
That's a legitimate fear.
I think that things that you can do to conquer your fear is start building knowledge, start knowing about things before you get attacked by them. For example, in snowboarding, I kind of didn't know anything about snowboarding, but I had to practice. And practice is another thing that you can do to conquer your fears. Does anyone out there, Leanne, do you have any questions? Let me know.
Yeah, I think she's bouncing. So.
She said, I'm going.
Yeah.
So she's out.
Yeah.
That's okay. Now we're broadcasting to ourselves.
It is
again.
back to you and I.
But anyways, we're going to close this up talking about fear. Fear is a tough thing.
Here's
You
the
can
thing.
conquer it.
Here's the thing about fear. Like, there's two things that can happen when you have fear. It can like take over you, and you can stop doing what you're doing, or you can dig down deep and actually overcome your fear.
And I think that's what we want to focus on, is that everyone here has different kinds of fears. You can have fears of wiping your butt because you don't have hands, or you can have fear of people looking at you weird because you look weird, you don't have an arm, or you can have fears that you're going to fail a test. But like Sam said with Michael Jordan, you got to try. If you don't try, then you're going to live in fear for the rest of your life. So ultimately, the biggest deal with the fear is not about the thing that you're scared of, it's about how you react to that fear. So you need to boom up, challenge yourself, and do it, millennials. Sorry.
Thank you.
Just know that I was invited here. If you're going to put some hate messages to the No-Handed Bandit, send it in my direction, go on my Facebook, and just bomb on me. It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. So, I think the main number one thought to leave you guys with: would you rather have fear control you? And my greatest fear is letting that fear control me throughout my whole life. And that fear can help people conquer fear. The fear of being controlled by fear. It's a tricky situation, but we hope you can conquer your fears. And if you have any thoughts on fears, go ahead and post them in the comments. Thank you for watching, and peace out. We're gonna sign out now.
Deuces, Leanne, our faithful, awesome
One viewer.
one viewer.